Hey, Joseph59 here to show you guys how to make this cribbage board game. For this project, I'm using a 2x12, which is roughly about 11 1/4 to 11 inches wide, and I just purchased this at Home Depot. I used my orbital sander with 80 grit sandpaper and sanded both sides, and by hand I sanded all the corners down with 100 grit sandpaper. For the leaf, I'm just using 1/4 inch hardboard. Just roughly cut it a little bit bigger than the leaf, and you just want to take your pencil, trace all the way around to your left with the shape. I took 150 grit sandpaper, rolled it up, and sanded the edges all nice and smooth. Now to paint the base, I'm going to be doing it in the Toronto Maple Leaf color. I started off painting the edges first, and then I did the top. And also, once you're done painting this, you do want to paint the leaf as well. I let the paint dry for 2 hours, then I took 400 grit sandpaper and just sanded everything down nice and smooth. Then I used my cheaper brush and just lightly dipped it into the paint and used a paper towel to take off the excess paint. And this is called dry brushing. So it just means that a little bit is on your brush, then when you go and you add it on, you're getting this effect of the light and dark. So some areas you can go a little heavier, some areas you can go a little bit light. After the first coat was fully dry, I just took 400 grit sandpaper and just sanded everything down nice and smooth. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my second coat of paint on the leaf, but I'm just going to make sure that I use a good quality brush. I'm not going to distress the leaf. I took my orbital sander with 320 grit sandpaper and lightly sanded the entire piece to get this distressed look. Just take a paper towel and wipe off any excess dust that you may have from sanding. I went ahead and added a clear coat around the edges already, and I'm just using a Varthane floor satin finish, and I'm just going to apply one coat. Go ahead and let this dry. For the leaf, I just used my Cricut machine to cut out white vinyl, and I applied that on. I went ahead and added a clear coat on top as well, around the edges and on the top. And I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. I put together the template and just used some masking tape just to hold the template down just so it doesn't move on me. Then I took my hole punch and just lightly lined it up between the middle point and just push down. Now I didn't go all the way down to click it because I did find that that was hard at the beginning considering that there is so many holes. To add the Toronto Maple Leaf logo on, I'm just going to be using some Well-Bond glue. I'm just going to put a scrap piece of wood on here. It might move a little bit, so you may have to readjust. And I just have a quart of a paint can, and I am going to let this sit overnight to dry. For painting the wood pegs, just use a scrap piece of wood and just drilled some extra 1/8 inch holes in here and just spread them apart. That way then I found it was easier to paint them, and since this is a 3-player game, I just did one blue and one white, and then one that was blue and white, and I just used a small detailed brush to paint them. I found that was easier to get in all the grooves. And this is what it looks like when it is all completed. Thanks for checking out this video. All links are in the description below for this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to share this video and post your comments below. Some of the best tips and feedback come from you. Thanks for watching.